two new hot off the press releases, with one being very familiar to us, which is the Maker's Mark wood finishing series, and one that is totally new to us, the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass Wheated Bourbon. Now, out of these two new wheated bourbons in town, which one is a better buy? If I could only buy one, which one would I get? I'll let you know right now. Welcome to Whiskey Bank. My name is David. We all thought the Maker's Mark wood finishing series was over in 2023 with the BEP, but apparently it continues. Now, it looks like the BRTs and the FAEs and the BEPs and whatever alphabets before it was the chapter 1, and now continues with the chapter 2, beginning with the heart release. Now, on to the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass. This is totally new from Heaven Hill, and it's not just the bottle design. It's the mash fill that they never used before, and the seed in the grain, it's again never been used before. They actually partnered with Beck's Hybrid to create more of a high starch seed so they could grow it right across the street from their Bardstown facility at Peterson Farms, so they know exactly where it's grown and how it's grown. So is it grain to glass, like let's say Frame Ranch, which they produce the grains, they distill it, they age it and bottle it all in one, I guess, ownership? Not really. But Heaven Hill did oversee the whole process from grain to glass, and it's kind of cool that everything is new about it. Now, none of that will matter if it doesn't taste any good. So I'm gonna let you know if it's any good. Now, some of the stats on this, on the Maker's Mark heart release. First, the age. It is non-age stated, but it's rumored to be around 6 years old. Maker's Mark is very famous for aging to taste, not aging to fit a year or have a minimum amount of years. Its proof, 111.7. Its mash fill, 70% corn, 16% wheat, and 14% malted barley. Now, the stats on the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass Wheated. Its age, again, it's non-age stated, but it's rumored to be around 6 years old. Its proof is 121. Its mash fill, and this one's interesting, it's 52% corn, 35% wheat, and 13% malted barley. That's a lot of wheat. It's more than double of this. So let's see how that goes. And as always, too much talking, not enough drinking. Let's get it, opening ceremonies. Oh yeah. Yes, oh. All right, I'm gonna let this open up for a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I'm gonna start with the Maker's Mark wood finishing series. First, the nose. Wow, it's sweet off the bat. You get basically the burnt or the dark caramels and the brown sugars. But it goes into a different type of fruit sweetness. It's not like a ripe fruit. You know what it is? It's like a peach iced tea. It's very sweet peach. That's, I don't want to say artificial, but it's definitely not a fresh fruit. And then you get a slight chocolate and very slight spice at the end. The aroma, wonderful. Now onto the palate. This is kind of interesting. So you get the spice up front, but you get a little bit of bready sweetness. You know what this is? It's like a very heavily spiced or a lot of cinnamon French toast. So if you have a lot of cinnamon, whatever powder, you make a French toast with brown sugar, you put it on a nice, white bread. This is kind of it. It's baked pretty well. If you drizzle it with a little bit of chocolate, this is it. Wow. Sweet, spice. You get the bread, I guess, savoriness in a sense. But I definitely don't get much fruit. Maybe slight cherry at the end. But yeah, the finish is medium. It does give you a nice, good Kentucky hug, or, a little bit of spice going all the way down. But yeah, the mouthfeel is good. Pretty oily. I'll be honest with you, maybe it's because of the French oak. It's a lot spicier than any of the Maker's Mark that you get these days. like the Maker's Mark 46 cask strength even. I believe that's also French oak, but still, that feels like it's a lot more spicier than that. And it's a lot more spicier for sure than the Maker's Mark cask strength. Now, it's not very spicy, it's just spicier than what I was expecting from a Maker's Mark. So here we go. Wow. If you're enjoying this content, please push that like button. It makes me feel so wonderful. And to my members, thank you so much. You guys keep this channel going. Without you guys, I don't know if I could do this. So thank you. All right, on to the Heaven Hill grain to glass wheated. First the nose. Wow. Okay, so this is also very sweet up front as well in the nose. You got a lot of the sugar, the brown sugar, the caramel, but you also get a little bit nuttiness. It almost feels like a pecan pie to a certain degree. You get the nuttiness, you get the baked caramel, the sugars, the crust. And this one has a lot of cherry influence in terms of the fruit. So the nose, this is fantastic, and this was fantastic. On to palate. This is something new. Now, I know when everyone says a breakfast in a bottle, they think of like maple syrup, pancakes, and all that good stuff. This is a very healthy breakfast in a bottle. Like a toasted wheat bread, but a lot of OJ. You get that wheat, the toasted wheat bread type of sweetness or the wheatiness, and you get a lot of orange citrus. Wow. And then you do get a little bit of chocolate from the wheat and a little bit of nuts, like a hazelnut, a little bit of like a dash of hazelnut at the end as a spice. That wheat bread and the orange, that's amazing. And then the mouthfeel is great. The finish is long. It's slightly spiced, just going all the way down, but you get that wheated sweetness. Now, it's not like a wheat bread. Like, people think of wheat bread and, people think of the bad side of the wheat bread. Well, this is like a really sweet wheat bread. Wow, this is actually really good. Wow. It's complex, it's balanced. You get the citrus, you get the spice, you get the sweet, but nothing is overwhelming. Wow. Well, I'm gonna take some time to review these back to back to let you know which one you should get. Wow, that was a nice, fun comparison. Obviously, drinking two great whiskeys is always fun, right? Final decision time. Which one is better? If I could only buy one, which one should I get? This one was kind of interesting because going in, I thought the Maker's Mark wood finishing series would be very, 46 cask strength-ish. Very, very similar, and just there wouldn't be much difference. But no, I don't say it's nothing like the 46 cask strength, but it doesn't carry over a lot of that sweetness, and it carries over a lot more spice of the French oak. So I was actually very surprised, pleasantly surprised due to that. I had no idea what I was gonna get from this. And when I tasted it, I tasted something that I never tasted before. Again, the toasted wheat bread, very sweet wheat, but with a nice kick of orange. And so it was fun. Both were new, both were very unique. But at the end of the day, considering the price, because this is $70, $75, while this is $100, $115, even considering that, my winner, Heaven Hill grain to glass wheated bourbon. Now, as I mentioned, this is a spicier version of the Maker's Mark 46 cask strength, but feels like I had it before, right? Maybe it's just my palate today. Maybe if I drink it tomorrow or the next week, it won't be as spicy. But I know for sure, I never tasted anything like this, never had anything like this, and I want things like this. Would it win a blind against other wheated bourbons? Maybe not. I think, again, the sweetness isn't so sweet, the citrus isn't so citrusy, and the spice definitely isn't so spicy. So there's no one note that's gonna carry it over, let's say, the other bourbons. But man, it's unique, it's fun, it's something I never had. kind of addicting in a sense. That orange citrus is it's not very citrusy, but it's very just delicious. Damn. Yeah, and even though this costs a lot more, and again, it's only 6 years old, it warrants it due to the quality. Hope the quality, again, the press release made it sound like it's some quality stuff, but when I drink it, it's really good quality stuff. So if I only had to buy one, Heaven Hill Grain to Glass Sweetened. Let me know in the comments, have you tried any of these? If you tried both, which one did you prefer? If you haven't tried any of these, which one would you like to try? Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.